All right, we're watching Jillian's breaststroke here above the water. As we get to that stroke, you can kind of see that your head really is staying at the same position pretty long for a while. And part of that reason is when you first start your stroke, Jillian, even before you start your stroke, your head is going in with your eyes down, but then you lift that chin up and you're kind of looking forward the entire time. So make sure you get that head down just a little bit better. You can see right here when you come up, you have your shoulders just a little bit above the water, which is good. We'd like to see you come up maybe even just a little bit higher if possible. But as you start to go down, you can see that you kind of tuck that chin down. The idea when you do your breaststroke, you want to lift your shoulders up and keep your head in line the entire time. And then as you start to fall forward with your hands, you want to make sure that your head falls forward in with your stroke. You can see right here that you've got your hands a little bit too separated and you've got your hands above the water. We don't necessarily want to come above the water. We'd like to keep your hands, your thumb and your fingertip, your pointer finger, really close to the top of that water, not necessarily above the water like we see there. You do a great job of finishing the kick, but you can kind of see after you finish the kick, you're already about a third into your way to your next pull. Do make sure we work on just stretching out your stroke. The more you stretch your stroke out, the better your breaststroke becomes. Again, you can see your head goes down, then right away you can see that you lift that chin up. So what you're doing is you're not really enabling yourself to really finish out nice and long. We like how you're staying really long in the water. I mean, you can see that if you would actually keep those hands together, you could see you'd have a good body line. But right here you can see that head again is above the water. And again, here's those crooked fingers we have on that left hand. Right hand looks great. Oh, I'm sorry, it's your right hand that has the crooked fingers. Your left hand looks great. So let's really think about what we're doing with that right hand. And we like to do those fingers really, in all honesty, with a lot of your strokes. So work on just closing those fingers a little bit, or at least getting them more in line. Don't let them be quite as crooked as they are there. You can see that your head really isn't going below the surface at all. We got to make sure we drive those shoulders and that head a little bit more deep underwater. As you go into your breaststroke turn here, get one more stroke, hit that wall pretty well. Your hands are a little wider than we'd like to see. Get those hands a little bit closer together and be careful not to pull your arms into that wall. What's going to happen here is you're going to keep that right hand on the wall, but look what you do with that left elbow, okay? Your left elbow comes completely out of the water, and I'm guessing that hand is going to follow next. And there's that hand out of the water. Okay, so you're doing a lot of motion there that you don't want to do. What we like is that your head's down. We'd like you to look a little bit more at that hand. We like the fact that your head's down. But bring this arm underwater into your side. Don't bring it above the water there. You do a good job of rotating backwards. You do a great job of letting that hand come in behind your head. Excellent job. Your transition from one direction to the next is really, really good, Jillian. Streamline can be a little bit tighter. You can see you don't really have those hands stacked one on top of the other because you can kind of see where your hands are stacked side by side if you look close enough. But I like how you do the dolphin kick at the very beginning, then a good pull. Remember to work on keeping your hands on your thighs. You can see right there that your hands are out to the side. And let's get a little bit deeper off that pull out as well. As we come up over the water, we're going to see us do that kick, and your head's already breaking the surface. You haven't really fully finished that kick, and you're already starting that stroke, and you're already getting that head up. So just be a little bit deeper, all right? Ideally, when your hands start to press out past your shoulders, that's when you want that head coming up. You don't want it coming up quite right away, okay? Excellent, Jillian.